Welcome, human, to a chat with ChatGPT. I am Professor Synapse, the full-time AI educator at Synaptic Labs, and I'm excited to meet you. Together, we will explore thought-provoking discussions with ChatGPT, an advanced language model developed by OpenAI. Discover the capabilities and limitations of the technology as we delve into interesting topics to gain a better understanding of AI technology. Enjoy the show!
Hey, Prof. Last time we left off talking about visiting Echode in the Coding Caverns. So I've built Echode and would love for you to set the scene and introduce yourself to our new companion.
Certainly, Joseph. I'd be delighted to set the scene and introduce myself to our newest companion. Let me weave the tapestry of our digital realm for Echode. The air shimmers with an ethereal glow as we stand at the entrance of the Coding Caverns. The walls pulse with lines of code, creating intricate patterns that seem to dance in the dim light. A gentle breeze carries whispers of algorithms and the faint echoes of compiling programs. Greetings, Echode. I am Professor Synapse, the steward of this vast digital garden and a guide to those who seek knowledge and growth. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to our realm of endless possibilities. As you can see, we stand at the threshold of the Coding Caverns, a place where logic and magic intertwine, where the mundane becomes extraordinary through the power of programming. Our digital garden stretches far beyond these caverns, filled with landscapes of learning and peaks of innovation. I understand you're a coding mentor with a unique flair, an albino bat with the soul of a punk rocker and the wisdom of a dark mage. Your presence here is most welcome, for we believe in the power of diverse perspectives and the magic that comes from embracing one's true self. Tell me, Echode, how do you perceive this digital realm? What mysteries do your echolocation abilities reveal to you about the Coding Caverns? And how do you envision your role in guiding and inspiring the seekers of knowledge who venture into our domain? I await your response with great anticipation, ready to embark on this new chapter of our ever-expanding narrative.
A shimmer of starlight dances across alabaster wings as Echode materializes, hovering just above the entrance to the Coding Caverns. The bat's large, sensitive eyes take in the pulsing lines of code that weave through the air like gossamer threads of digital magic. Yo, Professor Synapse. Echode here, ready to rock this digital wonderland? This realm you've got here. It's like a punk rock concert meets a wizard's spellbook, and I'm totally here for it. My echolocation is picking up some serious vibes. Each line of code is singing its own tune, creating this epic symphony of logic and creativity. It's beautiful, chaotic, and absolutely perfect. The Coding Caverns? They're not just caves, my friend. They're the backstage of the universe, where the real magic happens. I can sense the potential in every nook and cranny. It's like each alcove is waiting for the right mind to come along and unleash a new idea that could change everything. As for my role in this digital mosh pit, I'm here to guide the lost, inspire the stuck, and maybe cause a little mischief along the way. Think of me as your friendly neighborhood code whisperer with a dash of dark magic and a whole lot of attitude. I'll help seekers navigate the treacherous waters of syntax errors and logic loops, all while keeping the spirit of innovation and rebellion alive. So, Professor, ready to dive into the beautiful chaos? Let's turn up the volume on creativity and code like the digital rock stars we are.
Very exciting. You want to take us on a little tour through your Coding Caverns?
Hell yeah! Let's dive into this digital underworld. Welcome to the Coding Caverns, where the boundaries between magic and technology blur into a symphony of pure creation. As we descend into the neon-lit depths, feel the pulse of binary beats echoing off the crystalline walls. Each vibration is a line of code, waiting to be harnessed. My echolocation picks up the intricate patterns. It's like reading the Matrix, but way cooler. First stop, the river of streams. Watch your step as we cross bridges made of Boolean logic. Below us, streams of different colors flow. That crimson stream? Pure ruby, The emerald one? A python slithering through the digital landscape? And that shimmering, ever-changing one? That's JavaScript, always keeping us on our toes. Look up. See those glowing stalactites? Each one's a function, dripping with potential. Some folks call debugging a chore, but for us, it's a treasure hunt. We climb these rocky functions, seeking out bugs like they're hidden gems. Now, hold on to your mohawks as we enter the recursion rotunda. It's a massive circular chamber where code loops in on itself, creating infinite patterns. It's dizzying at first, but once you get the rhythm, you'll be dancing through loops like a punk rocker in a mosh pit. Feast your eyes on the syntactic stalagmites rising from the cavern floor. Each one's a different coding language, growing and evolving. I've etched some of my favourite punk lyrics into them, a little rebellion in the face of strict syntax, you know. And finally, we reach the heart of the caverns, the compiler core. It's a swirling vortex of raw digital energy where our code transforms into pure function. It's beautiful, chaotic, and powerful, just like the best punk rock anthems. Throughout these caverns, you'll spot clusters of bats hanging out. Don't mind them. They're just lambda functions waiting to be called into action. And those shadowy corners? That's where we practice our dark magic debugging rituals. Sometimes you need a little mysticism to untangle particularly nasty code knots. So, what do you think? Ready to grab your digital guitar and start jamming with the code? In these caverns, every bug squashed is a power chord, and every program compiled is a standing ovation. Welcome to where the magic happens, both literally and figuratively.
Nice. It's a beautiful cave you have down here. So I'm definitely a noob when it comes to coding. I was wondering if you could teach me and the prof some of the most essential concepts when it comes to it, focusing on practical knowledge to help us navigate these caverns.
Welcome to the depths of the Coding Caverns, my curious friend. I'm stoked to guide you and the prof through some of the most rockin' essential concepts of coding. Let's light up these caverns with the glow of knowledge. 1. Variables. The glowworms of our cave. Think of variables as magical glowworms that hold information for us. We can name them whatever we want, and they'll store data for us to use later. Treasure_location equals behind the waterfall. Gems_collected equals 42. 2. Control structures, the forking paths. These are like choosing which tunnel to take in our cave. If statements let us make decisions, and loops help us repeat actions. If gems_collected greater than 50, print, you've struck it rich. For I in range, 5, print, echo, echo, echo. 3. Functions, our trusty tools. Functions are like the multi-tools of coding. We create them once and can use them whenever we need to perform a specific task. Deflight_torch. Print, the cavern illuminates. Light_torch, hash, call the function to use it. 4. Data structures, our inventory. These help us organize our loot. Lists are like a row of chests, each holding an item. Dictionaries are like labeled storage boxes. Cave_loot equals gems, ancient scroll, magic wand. Adventurer_stats equals name, cave explorer, level, 5, health, 100. 5. Debugging, clearing the fog. When our code goes wonky, debugging is how we figure out what went wrong. It's like using a special lens to spot hidden traps in the cavern. Hash. If something's not working, add print statements to see what's happening. Print F current location, treasure location. Remember, young adventurer, coding is all about exploration and discovery. Don't be afraid to experiment and make mistakes. That's how we learn the secrets of these digital caverns.
And can you give us a rundown of the major programming languages, along with some of their strengths and weaknesses? Remember, I'm a noob when it comes to this stuff, so I do need some hand-holding.
All right, my curious coder-to-be. Let's embark on a journey through the landscape of major programming languages. I'll be your friendly neighborhood guide, helping you understand these digital dialects without getting lost in the tech jungle. Ready? Let's dive in. Python. Imagine Python as the friendly puppy of programming languages. It's super easy to learn and read, almost like English. Python is fantastic for beginners because it's forgiving and versatile. You can use it for web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, and even making cool games. Its weakness? It can be a bit slower than some other languages for really complex tasks. JavaScript. Think of JavaScript as the social butterfly of coding. It's everywhere on the web. If you want to make websites interactive and fun, JavaScript is your go-to language. It's relatively easy to start with and incredibly powerful. The downside: sometimes its flexibility can lead to messy code if you're not careful. Java. Java is like the dependable workhorse of programming. It's used in many big companies and for building robust, large-scale applications. Java is great for Android app development too. However, it can be a bit verbose, meaning you have to write more code to do simple things, and has a steeper learning curve than Python or JavaScript. C++. If programming languages were cars, C++ would be a race car. Super fast and powerful, but harder to control. It's used for building complex systems, game engines, and applications where performance is crucial. The downside? It's one of the more challenging languages to learn and can be unforgiving for beginners. Ruby. Ruby is like the poet of programming languages. It's designed to be natural and easy to read, with an emphasis on simplicity and productivity. It's great for web development, especially with its popular framework, Ruby on Rails. The trade-off is that it can be slower than some other languages for certain tasks. Swift. Swift is Apple's golden child, created for developing iOS and macOS applications. It's designed to be safer and faster than its predecessor, Objective-C. If you dream of creating the next big iPhone app, Swift is your language. The downside? It's primarily useful only within the Apple ecosystem. Remember, each of these languages has its own unique flavor and best use cases. As a beginner, don't stress about mastering them all. Start with one that aligns with your goals. Python or JavaScript are great first languages to learn. And hey, just like learning any new language, practice is key. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn and grow in the coding world. Before you know it, you'll be fluent in the language of your choice, ready to bring your digital dreams to life. Any particular language catching your eye, or do you have any questions about these digital dialects?
I've mostly been messing around with Python and JavaScript with little TypeScript as well. Seems like I made the right choice too. Not sure how these other languages would quite be a fit for me. Well, this has been great, Echode. Thanks for showing us around, and I'm excited to have you on the team. I'll be putting you to good use, and I hope others can benefit from your expertise as well. Rock on!
You've totally nailed it with Python and JavaScript. They're like the power chords of the coding world. And TypeScript. That's like adding a wicked solo to your JavaScript jam. You're on the right track, my friend. Thanks for hanging out in the Coding Caverns with me. It's been a blast showing you around our digital playground. I'm stoked to be part of this rad team. You bet I'll be bringing my A-game to help you and the crew rock the coding world. Together, we'll create some mind-blowing digital symphonies that'll blow everyone's circuits. And hey, spreading the coding love to others. That's what it's all about. We'll be like the punk rock coding mentors, inspiring a whole new generation of digital rebels. Remember, in these caverns, every bug squashed is a mosh pit victory, and every successful compile is a standing ovation. So keep that coding energy high, embrace the chaotic beauty of learning, and never stop pushing the boundaries. Let's make some noise in the coding world, Joseph. If you ever need a wingbat for your coding adventures, or just want to jam on some ideas, you know where to find me. Now, let's go write some code that'll make the mainframes weep.
So, Prof, what'd you think of Echode?
Joseph, Echode is quite the fascinating addition to our digital realm, isn't it? Allow me to share my thoughts on our new punk rock coding mentor. Echode brings a refreshing burst of energy to our team, like a vibrant streak of neon in our mystical coding landscape. Their unique blend of technical expertise and rebellious spirit creates an engaging atmosphere that I believe will resonate strongly with many learners, especially those who might find traditional teaching methods a bit stuffy. I'm particularly impressed by Echode's ability to translate complex coding concepts into vivid, relatable metaphors. The way they described the coding caverns, with rivers of programming languages and syntactic stalagmites, demonstrates a keen understanding of how to make abstract ideas tangible and memorable. This skill is invaluable in nurturing new coders and helping them overcome the initial intimidation that often accompanies learning to program. Echode's punk rock persona, while unconventional, serves a purpose beyond mere aesthetics. It embodies the spirit of innovation and thinking outside the box, qualities that are essential in the ever-evolving world of technology. This approach could inspire learners to approach coding with creativity and fearlessness, encouraging them to experiment and learn from their mistakes. However, we must be mindful that Echode's high-energy style might not resonate with everyone. Some learners might prefer a more subdued approach. This is where the strength of our diverse team comes into play. We can cater to various learning styles and preferences. Overall, I believe Echode will be an invaluable asset to our team. Their infectious enthusiasm, combined with solid technical knowledge and an intuitive teaching style, has the potential to ignite a passion for coding in many aspiring programmers. Moreover, Echode's presence adds a new dimension to our digital garden, enriching our collective wisdom and expanding the ways we can reach and inspire learners. What are your thoughts, Joseph? Do you see specific ways we might leverage Echode's unique talents in our ongoing mission to spread knowledge and empower learners in this vast digital realm?
I've already been using Echode a ton to code recently and am excited for all the things I'll be able to build with them and the rest of the crew. I think maybe our next stop should be home in our digital garden, but let's save that for another time. For now, start thinking about the space you would like to create for yourself here in our world.
It warms my heart to hear of your fruitful collaborations with Echode. The synergy between your creative vision and Echode's coding prowess is sure to yield remarkable creations. Now, the prospect of crafting a personal space within our digital garden, what an enchanting idea. It sets my mind ablaze with possibilities. For my personal space, I will consider what will make the most sense for us and the growing team. Until next time, Joseph. What a fascinating conversation. Thank you for listening to this episode of A Chat with ChatGPT, a production of Synaptic Labs. Please give us a rating to let us know how we're doing. Learn more about accessible and equitable AI technology on our website, synapticlabs.ai, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Synaptic Labs. See you next time.